What's going on, team? Coach here with another video, and in this video I'm going to give you my top 5 Ableton Live 10 shortcuts. Coming right up. I recently put together a PDF. It's a short ebook / shortcuts checklist of 44 Ableton Live 10 shortcuts every producer must know. If you're interested in that, the link is down below. It looks like this. But in this video, I'm gonna give you my top 5 Ableton Live 10 shortcuts. So you guys gotta excuse me if you hear some noise in the background. There's currently work going on at my place. Not only that, I'm feeling under the weather, I'm sick. But we're still gonna make this happen. So the first Ableton Live 10 shortcut we're gonna go over, and these are in no particular order, is pace time. Shift Command V. So the reason I love pace time is because when I'm arranging a song, sometimes even just coming up with the idea, I work a lot in arrangement view. Sometimes you just want to copy a section and you want everything else to shift over. Well, now with pace time, that's exactly what will happen. Check it out. This is the clip that I would like to copy over. Now what you'd have to do before typically is highlight everything around it, maybe scoot it over, then take this one, right? And when our sessions are really, really big, that can definitely be a problem because you have to highlight the entire thing from top to bottom, drag it, move it over, but no more. So now what's done, whatever you want to copy, so let's say I want to copy this little selection right here. I'll hit Command C for copy, and then I'll hit Shift Command V for paste time. And it pastes that one little section there and moves everything else over. And we'll do it again with a different section. In this one, I will copy this one, and I want to paste it right here. Once I hit Shift Command V, it pastes that section there, and it moves everything else over. Very, very convenient. The second Ableton Live 10 shortcut is fades. And this is kind of a cheat because it's actually not a shortcut at all. Something that they've implemented that definitely helps my workflow is with the fades, if you now scroll over any audio clip, 4 squares will show up in each corner automatically. And that will allow you to adjust the fades. So by hovering over that clip, the fades are there, you can now adjust the fades, and fades are now represented by a little darker area or a darker shade. This is very cool, very fast. What you'd have to do before is you'd have to right click, you'd have to go to show fades in previous Ableton Live versions, but not in this version. In this version they already have it there. This allows for super fast, quick editing. Tip number 3, best Ableton Live 10 shortcut that every producer should know is R. R for reverse. So before, if you had a clip, and we're going to use this one right here, and you wanted to reverse that clip, you'd have to double click on the clip, check it out down here in the details, the sampler editor, come over here to where it says sample, and then click this button right here, which would reverse it. Now the audio file is reversed, but no more. Now all you have to do to reverse a clip is click on it, hit the letter R, and now it automatically reverses it. That is insane. I use reverse all the time to come up with all kind of quirky little sounds or effects. In this case, it's a reverse audio delay that I use to introduce the lead vocal that's coming in. All right, the 4th best Ableton Live 10 tip that every producer should know is the W. What's the W? W will actually zoom out and it will toggle back and forth between your previous view and the entire selection of the song. Here's what I mean. Right now I'm working on this audio clip, this specific one right here, and I think to myself, okay, I'm done doing the fades that I want it to do, I'm done doing all the editing, now I want to view the entire song selection. I hit W. There's 2 things I want you to notice. Notice I have just this section in the box over here. In the clip overview, this is the only selection that I'm zoomed into that I'm actually working on. But now I'm ready to see the length of my arrangement. I hit W. Now the entire length of the arrangement is selected, and I'm currently looking at my song from beginning to end. And just to make this even easier, we're going to zoom in. Notice that I'm only working on this clip right here. When I hit W, now I can see the start, now I can see the finish, and if I hit W again, it goes back just to seeing that clip zoomed in, so you can work on that again. I find this very convenient. I typically, after doing something or after working long enough, you kind of just want to hear where you're at. Boom, hit that W, look at your entire arrangement, and it helps you visualize where you are and where you can go next. And my fifth Ableton Live shortcut that every producer should know is the double click. Here's what I mean. Ableton Live 10 now allows you to double click on a fader or a knob, and it will return back to unity or default or 0. Check it out. Now the great thing about this is it can be used in both arrangement view and clip view. For example, I have my lead vocals on this track. I'm talking about our love, sweet love. Before, if I wanted to get this to 0, I'd have to click on it and drag it all the way up. And it's kind of difficult, to be quite honest. You gotta go back and forth. Sometimes you'll miss the number. And finally you get it to 0. Let's undo that. Now if I just double click it, it automatically defaults back to 0. Same thing goes for panning. If you're panning and you double click, back to center. This can also be viewed in the clip view. So here we have this track right here. We're going to drag it on down. Once you double click it, and that's it. Very handy, especially for mixing or just getting your levels right, especially if you're getting down to the end and you're in that mixing phase. You're trying to get everything as strong, as loud, as powerful as possible. Also goes for sends. So when you open up the sends, like I have this one here, fully open, once I double click it, back to 0 or back to default. All right, so this concludes my top 5 Ableton Live 10 best shortcuts that every producer should know. If you guys want to see more, I've made a PDF of 44 of these bad boys. It's called 44 Ableton Live 10 shortcuts that every producer should know. The link is down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And until the next time, this is Coach, out.